Hi guys, I'm Kris Jenner. Come on in.
Celebrities are fond of spending recklessly on luxurious mansions to promote their status. However, over the years, some learned the hard way when they found out that their once lovely mansions were not worth all the hype they received in the first place. Without further ado, grab your coffee and let's look at 30 abandoned celebrity mansions that can't sell for any price after becoming a shadow.
And guys, I just realized I've been chewing gum a lot of the time, and I'd like to apologize for that. So forgive me.
Number 30, Nelly. Nelly, the famous American rapper, wasn't just a guru when it came to music, but also a lover of luxurious mansions. Having ventured into real estate, he purchased a luxurious Tuscan-style mansion in Wildwood, Missouri. After the rapper's failed intention of renovating the mansion so as to make some profit, the mansion had since become an off-site away from its original design. Number 29, Aleister Crowley. The story of the Boleskine house on the southeast side of Loch Ness, Scottish Highlands, is surrounded by many mysteries that may take decades to unravel. Crowley, the Scottish occultist, was known to be the home of several ritual and occult practices. Following Crowley's death, many owners have emerged. However, the initial exhilaration had vanished into thin air, leaving it with no flair of relevance. After a fire incident destroyed part of it, it has waned from what it used to be in the last decades.
And it's all stone and plants down in the atrium. I remember when I got the place, man, I brought my kids over here. I got the keys. There's nothing in the place.
Number 28, Tommy Lee. The American drummer and musician Tommy Lee's taste for music didn't just end with the confines of music, but was also revealed in the beautiful Calabasas mansion in California. Beautified with every luxurious feature you could think of, such as an indoor pool, sleek interiors, and unusual designs, it was the cover of the moment. However, despite its magnificence, rumor has it that the mansion was haunted. Tommy struggled to get it off his hands for a number of years, and eventually it did for a price 3 times lower than what he got it for.
I know, I was just thinking that, bro. Imagine the parties they had back here.
Number 27, Birdman. The famous rapper is one of the legends of hip-hop music. Being the founder of Cash Money Music, he was very particular about spending on groundbreaking mansions of his taste. One time, he had purchased an encompassing beautiful mansion in New Orleans, which resonated with his kind of person and status in the music industry. However, the property has since faced many rejections after a devastating hurricane disaster hit it in 2005. Despite many efforts to put it up for sale, it has never caught the eyes of any possible buyers.
This house that was once inhabited by the Queen of Pop, Madonna, for a short period of time during the 90s is now abandoned.
Number 26, Madonna. The Queen of Pop, as she is fondly called, was one singer you cannot help but love every bit of her songs. While she had always put excellence into what she did, she made a plethora of choices in her taste of mansions. But one mansion stood out for her at the onset of purchase. Her Beverly Hills mansion in California was a perfect representation of her kind of luxury, but just as it was her best, it soon lost its potency, and the singer placed it up for sale. After struggling for many years in the market, it sold way less than what she had imagined for.
There seems to be cameras everywhere. Yeah, we've got cameras everywhere, lads. Well, I don't know.
Number 25, Mark White. Mark White's level of production as a music producer was always top-notch, and he took it to the architectural world. He once got a property that was in every way special, until an accident ruined its reputation indefinitely. Despite several attempts to renovate the property to appeal to intended buyers, it really never regained its savor, and today it stands as one of those properties whose legacy died shortly after the period of purchase.
Now neighbors have filed a lawsuit. They say the building is a danger and could cause mudslides that could harm their homes beneath it.
Number 24, Mohammed Hadid. At some point, real estate developers also get to face one of their worst shocks in the real estate market. Mohammed Hadid, a famous real estate guru, was not immune to all of these irregularities when he built a magnificent mansion in the Bel Air neighborhood. Many complaints were filed against the structure, and after a toll of legal battles, the property was stigmatized as unnecessary. A part of it was destroyed, and ever since, it has been archived as one of the many abandoned properties in this neighborhood.
If you happen to have $4.5 million million lying around, Elon Musk has a house he'd love to sell you. The Tesla founder has put this 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in Brentwood, California on the market.
Number 23, Elon Musk. Elon Musk, who as of today represents a portrait of the automobile and tech world, couldn't be so shocked when his once revered mansion turned out to be a place of undisclosed shambles. Elon at one time announced to sell all of his homes, including the all-time $37 million home in California. This mansion, which was a pure representation of luxury at first, didn't get a quick buyer, but after a long run in the market, he parted ways with it for an undisclosed fee.
This is La Lodi Mansion, former home of infamous Americans.
Number 22, Nicolas Cage. The American actor Nicolas Cage, who is best known for the movie Ghost Rider, has always been an ardent lover of luxurious homes. He owned many luxurious feats across the US, including a haunted abode in New Orleans. The La Lodi Mansion wasn't just a regular mansion, but one whose history had been linked to several deaths and unnatural occurrences. After going through financial difficulties, Cage decided to sell this mansion, but unfortunately, he was met with deep confrontation considering the history behind it. Until now, potential buyers have not had the liberty to go and buy it.
The same one. Telecaster, 57 Telecaster, Fender.
Number 21, Keith Richards. Keith Richards, who happens to be a British legend, was known for his songwriting in over 60 years of tenure with his band, the Rolling Stones. Keith was so obsessed with an extravagant lifestyle that in every step he took, he showcased it, and one of his mansions proved it all. A while back, he purchased a luxurious penthouse in New York City. Well, it didn't always remain this way, as it lost its value when Richards decided to sell it off. After several back and forths, he sold it for an unprofitable fee. Number 20, Jason Derulo. The American singer and dancer known for his unique style of music and ability to thrill fans was one person you couldn't take away his love for luxury. However, his mansion in Coconut Creek, Florida didn't meet his expectations when he tried to sell it. Despite having the updated amenities and features, Jason had to severely lower the price and still couldn't find a major buyer.
Real estate developer, previously owned by Mike Tyson, and is quite unique. There are over 24 bathrooms, 21 bedrooms.
Number 19, 50 Cent. One time, 50 Cent purchased a Connecticut mansion from Mike Tyson and carefully made it to his taste. Eventually, he got tired of the maintenance cost and put it up for sale. However, it struggled indefinitely, even after lowering the price multiple times.
Price of this Malibu mansion, gutted by Kanye West, is now on sale for $18 million less than he bought it for.
Number 18, Kanye West. The famous American rapper loves his things big, and you couldn't deny him the purchasing of luxurious mansions if he ever deems it fit. One of his 3-story mansions in Los Angeles he purchased many years back did lose its relevance in design and style when he chose to let it go. Even though it had all the top-notch features of recent times, Kanye couldn't get a buyer for it, and with much detest, he closed it up indefinitely. Number 17, Courtney Love. Courtney Love, famously known as the widow of Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain, is one actress who keeps a gentle lifestyle yet is loud in luxury. She once owned a rural property in Washington state, which on various occasions was a place for retreat and relaxation away from the busyness of fame. However, after much neglect, the property fell into shambles, and after much deliberation, the actress had no choice but to let it go at a paltry sum. Number 16, Robin Williams. One of Hollywood's finest actors, Robin Williams can be everything but not anything less of needful luxury. At one time, he owned a beautiful property in California, which was a major reflection of his success. After the actor's tragic death in 2014, the mansion was no longer feasible for what it used to be, and several attempts to sell it off were met with steep opposition. Potential buyers had always attached an emotional stance to it, and just like that, it remained on the market. Number 15, Tom Cruise. Being one of Hollywood's most sought-after actors, he has always enjoyed luxury indefinitely. From his luxurious cars to mansions, he never fails to include it in his persona. One of his mansions, located in the sprawling estate of Telluride, Colorado, was everything one could imagine. This property, which had a mountainous view and encompassing comfort, did not always maintain its excellence. When Cruise got tired of it and placed it up for sale, it didn't sell as expected. Number 14. Boris Becker. Boris Becker, a German tennis player and a record holder of the youngest champion in the history of men's singles at Wimbledon, had never thought of a minor in times of extravagant lifestyle. He was the owner of an impressive property on the island of Mallorca. Unfortunately, Becker faced financial struggles, from legal battles to fines and unforeseen circumstances, and this eventually affected the property as it was no longer maintained. After all the ups and downs, it was foreclosed. Number 13. Alicia Keys. Every day looks like a holiday for this American singer, Alicia Keys, and for as long as she lived, luxury was her utmost priority. She and her husband, Swiss Beats, once purchased one of New Jersey's finest mansions, which happened to be the former mansion of comedian Eddie Murphy. Eventually, their expectations waned shortly after moving to the mansion, and they put it up for sale. It didn't sell immediately as they thought, but it finally went for a lower price than they're asking.
My wife's family, they had a movie created.
Number 12. Steve Jobs. The founder of Apple, Steve Jobs, was also a luxury enthusiast. Steve once purchased the phenomenal Jacqueline House in California in the 1980s. Even though a Spanish architect designed it, he never connected emotionally to it. His decision to renovate it to a better structure was fought by preservationists using various legal means, and without exaggeration, he abandoned it.
Michael here on the walls. Huh. Totally interesting. Yeah, this is still definitely a working property. Those are brand new machines.
Number 11. Michael Jackson. At the peak of his career, the pop legend Michael Jackson once owned the magnificent Neverland Ranch in California. It was specifically designed to suit the person of the legend. It was a gateway between heaven and earth. And sadly, after several legal battles and accusations facing the legend, the mansion was no longer a consideration for many home critics. After 2009, several renovations went on to salvage what is left of its image. But unfortunately, all efforts were futile and to date, and no buyer has come looking for it.
Right then, guys. I can't speak loud because I'm in an abandoned mansion, but look at this.
Number 10. David Gilmour. As of today, the once beautiful estate of the legendary guitarist David Gilmour showcases how the once celebrated mighty fell to its lowest points. This home, which was located in the countryside, was a true test of musical prowess. Over the years, its appealing nature was destroyed due to changes in hands and personality. By 2017, it was no longer something to write home about, and all attempts to refurbish it still didn't make any difference.
Where he used to do like all his parties and stuff. Yeah. And we're getting down.
Number 9. Pablo Escobar. The famous drug lord Pablo Escobar, before his death, really had a spree on the luxurious lifestyle. His mansion was nothing short of taste and magnificence. Located in a rural area of Colombia, it was built with a handful of features, including a zoo. After he died in 1993, the Colombian government seized the property, and it went into dilapidation. Even though part of it had been transformed into a park, it still didn't make any sense while the other parts were entirely in shambles. Number 8. Britney Spears. The award-winning singer Britney Spears, at the instance of fame, was not without a luxury to show for it. She bought a property that was a pure reflection of luxury and limitless comfort. Just as she had faced several struggles in her life, she couldn't care for it, and over time, it lost its uniqueness due to weariness and tear, stemming from a lack of maintenance.
Part 2, Lil Wayne's abandoned mansion, previously owned by P. Diddy, walking down the walkway, walking up, backyard, beautiful pool.
Number 7. Lil Wayne. American rappers are usually known for their luxurious lifestyle. The iconic Lil Wayne was no exception. One of his most notable properties was his Miami Beach, Florida mansion. In an evident expression, this mansion was a free walk to heaven. However, despite its suitable taste of luxury, the mansion did not retain the value it was known for. When Lil Wayne tried to offload it from his hands, after several years in the market, it was given a giveaway price. Number 6. Cher. No doubt, Cher, the famous singer and actress, has had a spree on extravagant lifestyle with her luxury mansion. Cher's Malibu mansion couldn't say any less, as it was designed with Italian euphoria. Even though it was the perfect epitome of luxury, it soon lost its relevance in no distant time. Since her choice of selling it to the public became feasible, it suffered many setbacks she probably didn't see coming.
Whoa. As you can see here, the roof is just caving in.
Number 5. Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was an iconic figure in martial arts, and his former home in Hong Kong did justice to his personality. After the sad occurrence of his death in 1973, his house was abandoned to rot. Despite all the efforts to remodel it into something better, it has never passed the contemplation stage, and today it remains a place of pilgrimage for his fans. Number 4. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp has also had his fair share in real estate. His jaw-dropping estate near Central Park was truly a depiction of art. The estate features several amenities, including a church, a restaurant, and multiple residences. Unfortunately, this didn't last forever. After he faced numerous legal battles and challenges, he listed it for sale. Despite several reductions in the price tag, this property still doesn't have a buyer. Number 3. Mike Tyson. Mike's career would have been much better if he had spent less on luxury items. But no way. He was in love with everything luxury. He bought a magnificent mansion in Ohio once to showcase his unique style of influence and personality. However, his financial struggles didn't do him much good. He left the mansion, and from a distance, you could see how badly shaped it had become. For years, it wasn't any buyer's favorite until a local church purchased it and made good use of the property.
Welcome, everyone. Come with me and Byron Sin as we check out this abandoned mansion in the heart of Beverly Hills, one of Hollywood's saddest stories. Join us, shall you?
Number 2. Liza Minnelli. As an actress and a singer, Liza Minnelli did not have to live a simple lifestyle. She lived a life of luxury. She grew up in a beautiful home in Beverly Hills, which later became one of her favorites. It wasn't always at its best, though, and after the death of her grandmother, everything crumbled, and the once celebrated mansion now became a tool for documentaries used by YouTubers. Number 1. Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds is one of the Hollywood stars whose impact cannot be underemphasized. At one point, he owned a sprawling ranch in Florida, which intertwined the actor's personality and charisma. As much as its features were not short of expectations in any way, it still didn't stop the actor from abandoning it when its financial struggles ensued. In an attempt to recover from the problem he was facing, he put it up for sale, and after several failed attempts from the buyers, it was given away for something lesser than expected. Which of these properties stood out to you today? Please let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more amazing content.